Trinity Cultural Academy, Coimbatore, and New India Publishing Agency, NEPA, New Delhi, welcomes you all for this presentation on varietal seed production in paddy, which comes under the major subject plant science and seed science and technology. And this material is highly useful for ICAR All India Entrance Examination, JRF and SRF, and ICAR NET, ARS and STO, and also IBPS AFO examination. And this material is prepared by Dr. K. Vanangamudi. He is the formerly Dean Agriculture, TNPSC Coimbatore, and Dean Adiparashakti Agricultural College, Kalavai, and Professor and Head Seed Science and Technology, TNPSC Coimbatore. And so far in seed science and technology, we have seen the morphology, seed quality, and the seed principles of seed production aspects. Now we are entering into the seed production techniques, and particularly in this video we are going to see about the seed production in paddy varieties, varietal seed production. Already we have known that the botanical name of rice paddy is Oryza sativa. We all know that the rice forms the primary source of energy or food for nearly half of the world population. So it is a stable food for half of the world, and particularly 91% of rice is produced in Asia only. And we are going, Oryza sativa is the grown species throughout the world, and Oryza glaberrima is the other species grown only in South Africa. And India stands second largest country in rice production area and production, and the chromosome number is 2n equal to 24, and it belongs to the family Poaceae, and the inflorescence name is loose terminal panicle with single flower spikelets, and the number of stamens present here is 6. And the mode of pollination is self-pollination, and particularly the percentage is about the cross-pollination percentage is about 0 to 4%, and it is a highly self-pollinated crop. The panicle emergence takes place after 4 to 5 days of boot leaf emergence, and the flower opening pattern is the tip of the primary and secondary branches, and it proceeds downwards, and the duration of flowering is about 6 to 8 days only, and the time of anthesis takes place in the morning time 7 to 10 a.m. and the speciality with flowering is that the flower remains open for 10 minutes and afterwards it closes. Anther dehiscence takes place either before or after flower opening, independent of spikelet opening. Temperature favorable for flowering is 24 to 28 degrees Celsius, and the RH for flowering is 70 to 80%, and the difference between day and night temperature is 8 to 10 degrees Celsius. The stigma receptivity is about 3 days, and the pollen viability is for only 10 minutes, and the seed multiplication ratio is 1:80, and the seed renewal period for varieties we have already said that it is 3 years once for varieties and every year for hybrids. Let us move on to the varietal seed production aspects, and the first one is stages of seed production, that is the generation system of seed multiplication. Since it is a highly self-pollinated crop, the seed generation system followed here is 3 or 4 or 5. Maximum 5 stages of seed multiplications are permitted, and it is as breeder seed, foundation seed and certified seed. Breeder seed, foundation seed stage 1 and 2 and certified seed, and here it breeder seed, foundation seed stage 1, 2 and certified seed 1 and certified seed 2. And the next one is the land requirement. Land to be used for seed production of paddy shall be free of volunteer plants. The selected land should not have been cultivated with the same variety in the previous season. The previous crop should not be the different variety of paddy. And The land should be fertile with a good irrigation and drainage facilities, and it should have a good sunlight and aeration. Apart from this, if it is same variety, it should have paused the production of certificated procedure. And the isolation distances, since rice is a highly self-pollinated crop, the isolation distance is at least by 3 meters from the rice fields of other varieties is to be given. And the season for growing is for short duration. This is short duration, not short duration varieties. It is held between November to December, and the duration is below 120 days, that is 105 to 110 days. And in case of medium duration varieties, the suitable season is November, and it is duration is about 130 to 135 days. And in case of long duration varieties, the suitable season is August. It occurs for more than 135 days duration. And the upland rice July to August on receipt of showers, and particularly TKM 9 and IR 50 should be sown before 15th of July, since it is a direct seeding crop. So it is called as upland rice. All durations but variety specific. And in case of rain-fed rice, the season is June, July or September to October, and it is specific to location. And in case of seed rate, the short duration varieties needs a seed rate of 60 kg per hectare, and medium duration 40 and long duration 30. And in case of lowland cultivation by broadcasting method, means it needs 80 to 100 kg per hectare. For rain-fed rice, 95 to 100 kg per hectare. And the seed management technique is that the dormancy can be broken by KNO3, which means that nitric acid containing a percent of 0.5% for 16 hours soaking, or soaking in 0.1 normality HNO3. This is potassium nitrate and this is nitric acid for 16 hours. This is nitric acid treatment. And then next one is seed upgradation technique. Using salt solution, good quality, denser and vigorous seeds can be separated, and the salt solution is prepared as below. For what purpose this seed upgradation technique is needed means, it is also called as a egg flotation technique. It is done either before processing or after storage or due to improper processing. So the less vigorous seeds such as immature, ill-filled or insect damaged seeds are removed by this technique. So removed by adaptation of simple water flotation technique based on the specific gravity, using salt water as a dissecting solution. And here egg is used as an indicator for a specification of specific gravity, for which 1.03 is a specific gravity. For that we have to mix 120 gram of salt in 1000 ml, that is 1 liter of water. Here we have taken a 10 liters of water and common salt of 20 gram and good egg spatula and a bucket. And the methodology for this technique is that the 10 liters of water is taken in a plastic bucket of 15 liters capacity, and good quality fresh egg is also be taken. And as soon as the water good quality fresh egg is dropped in the water, the egg sinks in water and reaches the bottom. And as the density of salt solution increases, the egg rises up to the potable water with egg outside. Slowly the common salt is added to increase the density of the salt solution, so that the egg which is at the bottom rises slowly, and the egg is removed, and at the point where the egg of top exposing 2 centimeter of shell outside floats in water, the egg is removed and paddy seeds are dropped into the solution, and which separates as a sinker, and the floater sorry, the egg is removed and paddy seeds are dropped into the solution, which separates as sinker and floater. The sinkers are good seeds and the floaters are less vigorous and dead seeds. And the floaters are removed and used as a feeding purpose, and the sinkers are used for the further multiplication techniques. This is how the egg flotation technique is carried. And the sprouting of seed germination, and this is very important process in case of paddy seed production and paddy growing. To raise the wet nursery, the ripe seeds should be pre-germinated, as the seeds will not germinate in waterlogged anaerobic conditions, since oxygen is very essential for germination, which is not available in submerged condition. For pre-germinating, the seeds are soaked overnight in loosely tight, moist gunny bags for 24 hours, and then the bags are incubated in dark for 24 hours, and the emerged plumule, this is how the emerged plumule appears, and the seeds are then tightly incubated in dark for 12 hours overnight, and with the white protrusion of radices by the seed exposed to outside expresses the pre-germination of seeds, and these seeds are sown in nursery by broadcasting method, and this is how the seed pre-germination technique is carried. And the hardening and other seed management technique is that for dryland and upland paddy, seed hardening with KCl helps to overcome the drought situations, and pelleting with azospirillum 600 gram per hectare also could be adapted. The varieties used here is Madurai 1 and Paramakudi 1, and seed coloring with polycoat 3 gram per kg of seed provides the initial quality and marketability of discolored sales, and it also to help to identify the brand name of seed, brand name of the seed, and to identify the varietal variation among the cultivars by even the illiterate laborers. And for nursery management, for raising 1 hectare of paddy, 20 cent of nursery is needed, that is 800 meter square in the ratio of 1:10. For 800 meter square nursery area is needed. And the nutrient management is before the last puddling, apply 40 kg of DAP. If not readily available, apply state fertilizers at 16 kg of urea and 120 kg of superphosphate. And basal application is required DAP at 10 days prior to pulling out the seedlings, and if the seedlings is ought to be pulled out 20 to 25 days after sowing. And sowing, a thin film of water should be maintained in the nursery, and the sprouted seeds of paddy should be sown uniformly on the seed bed. The water management is an important technique, since it is the rice is growing under submerged condition, and drain the water 18 to 24 hours after sowing. Allow the water to saturate the soil from the 3rd day to 5th day. From 5th day onwards, maintain the level of 1.5 cm depending upon the height of the seedling, and afterwards maintain the level of depth of water should be in 2.5 cm. The weed management practices is that the pre-emergence herbicides like butachlor, thiobencarb and pendimethalin on 8th day after sowing. The rogging space will be given of 30 cm between beds of size of 150 cm. This is to carry out for the easy operations, intercultural operations, etc. The fertilizer requirement is for dry duration varieties 150 50 50, and for medium and long duration varieties 150 50 50, and for hybrid rice 175 60 60. For low nitrogen responsive cultivars like improved white ponty 75 50 50. And foliar application, this is to increase the ultimate yield of the crop, and the chemical used here is DAP 2% or 0.5% Nutrigold. It is an organic growth promoter, Nutrigold, at boot leaf stage at 5 to 10% flowering. Spray with 3% cowpea sprout extract at vegetative or flowering stage. And the harvesting here is when 90% of the panicles are straw in color with moisture content of 20% for short and medium duration varieties and 17% moisture for long duration varieties. Threshing. Threshing is done at 16 to 17% moisture content either manually or using mechanical threshers for sheet separation. And drying, during the drying process, the seeds are dried to a moisture content of 12 to 13% moisture content for short term storage and 8 to 9% for long term storage. And storage for if in case it is stored for short term of 9 to 12 months, store with the 12 to 13% moisture content in gunny bag or cloth. And for medium and long duration varieties, it is dried to a moisture content of and stored in high density polyethylene bag or poly-lined gunny bag with 10 to 12% moisture content. And number of inspections for varietal seed production is about 2 inspections because it is a self-pollinated crop. Here no crossing between other crops will not be takes place. If in case it occurs, it is a meager level only. So minimum of 2 inspection is needed, one at the time of flowering and another at the time of or before harvesting stage. Already we have seen that the minimum isolation distance for both foundation and certified seed is 3 meter only. If it is field of other varieties also or field of same variety not conforming to varietal purity requirement for certification, the minimum isolation distance is 3 meter only. And the specific standard is objectionable weed seeds, particularly in case of rice crop. The objectionable weed is wild rice, that is Oryza sativa or fatua. This the objectionable weed seeds permittable percentage for foundation seed is 0.010 and for certified seed is 0.020% and off type is 0.05 and this is 0.2%. And these two are the field standards, and here the seed standards, the pure seed percentage for both foundation and certified seed is 98%. And I have bold the important points to be remembered is the pure seed percentage and germination percentage and moisture percentage. The germination percentage for paddy is 80% for both the foundation and certified seed, and for moisture content is about 13% for the safe storage moisture. And remaining things and all, kindly go through this table for the examination point of view. Thank you friends, thank you for watching. In the next video we are going to see about the hybrid seed production in paddy. Thank you.